Yo, 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 it's your boy C.H.O. And it is We Good Podcast. You already know what it is. Gonna talk to you today. Thumping Thursday, so you know we're gonna talk some boxing. We're gonna talk some football. And we're gonna talk a little Lakers and see what's going on out there in the world of basketball and things of that nature. But yeah, we most definitely fit to get to it. Talk a little talk. Anybody wanna chime in? You're definitely welcome to comment, even if you want to come on, and chop it up and see what we got going on. You can definitely do that. Just want to keep it consistent for you. Today is Thumping Thursdays, so we're gonna be chopping it up, talking about everything sports. And then if we're going to get to something else, then we definitely can. But this not Moolah Mondays. We ain't talking about financial literacy like that. We ain't talking about the stock investing like that. Now we can get there, but we ain't talking about that. We talking about some sports. So we definitely wanna tap in and get to it. So right now I want to give a RIP and a shout out to John Madden. Coach John Madden, probably changed the game in more ways than one. Coming out. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to shout out John Madden and what he's done for the game, the league, everything of that nature. You want to shout him out and kind of ask basically what do you think his legacy is, in the NFL, as a coach, as a pioneer with video games, and what is his legacy? What do y'all think his legacy is? I think everybody, especially from my generation, is gonna always they're gonna always basically remember John Madden for the video game. Most people that seen John Madden, Coach John Madden, he basically they wasn't alive watching him coach, when he did coach his little time for the Oakland Raiders and things of that nature. So, it's different things or whatever the case may be people can say about John Madden, but I know from my era, we know John Madden from the video games, of course, John Madden. So, but he has passed a few days ago, and we want to give shots out, respect, RIP to the legend, gone but never forgotten, obviously, or whatnot. So I want to say my piece on that. It is your boy C.H.O. I am 1/3 of the We Good Podcast officially, and we definitely for to give you some love right now on this boxing tip. All right, give you some love on this boxing tip, and we're gonna talk about the Errol Spence Ugas fight. That fight gonna be on pay-per-view. That fight gonna be on pay-per-view. That fight gonna be should be a pretty good fight. I know I'm pro Crawford. I'm a pro Crawford fan. Been Crawford for a while. I'm pro Andre Ward fighter. I like technique, and so definitely I'm a pro Crawford, but I do understand what's going on. I mean, boxing politics, and if you ain't politically moving and doing what you're doing, then you out the way. So I think the Ugas fight and Spence fight is gonna be pretty good. I don't think Ugas is gonna come in and allow Spence to just beat him down or whatever the case may be. Even though Ugas is like 4 years older than Spence, I think he'll be able to hold his own. And we got to see. That's what you fight for. You fight to see. Though I think Spence should come out with the win, I would not be surprised if Ugas shocked the world. But I'm not betting on it, and I'm not looking for it either. Just as long as Errol Spence health is okay, we don't know how bad that eye is, with that retina situation. So just to see what that's looking like. But I just, the whole pay-per-view fight, I just don't know, how the numbers gonna do when we talk about pay-per-view and different things of that nature. Because most people want to see, especially people that's not boxing fans, that's not into boxing. Most people that know a little bit, they want to see Errol Spence against Crawford. And so, people saying that the fight not gonna happen and this and that and that. I do think the fight is gonna happen. It's boxing is kind of funny. It depends on who keep winning. And one loss could delay the inevitable what everybody looking for. So it's just conscious to see how these fights pan out, and pan up. Do I think they're gonna fight? I do. When? I can't say. I can't say they're gonna fight tomorrow. I can't say they're gonna fight 2022. I can't say. You got Crawford. He's a free agent right now. Top Rank is trying to get him back on the stable for at least one fight. And he has not too many options in front of him with time frame. For Crawford, he's talking about fighting the boy from Florida, who's been inactive, Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman been inactive, so they've been, they talking about that fight or whatever possible, or whatever the case may be. That's a possibility. That's something that could happen in the future. But first, Keith Thurman got to fight Barrios. And Keith Thurman's been out for a couple years. Nobody's seen him in the ring since the Pacquiao situation or whatever the case may be. So everybody's trying to look and see who's the fight, what's going on, or whatever the case may be. Now, I talked about the signing. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but I don't think that Crawford needs to sign with Top Rank. I think he should, if he wants to fight them boys, he should go over to PBC if they they talking that real money. I think Crawford just need to be a free agent and pick his own battles, because he ain't getting nothing out of Top Rank. Top Rank don't even believe in him. So I think Crawford need to pick his own battles. My own personal point, thing with that. But the one that's not being talked about, that I think everybody avoiding in that class is Boots Ennis. I think Boots is the real deal, and I think he's being avoided for a reason. I think his training and his style, it's going to be hard for the older welterweights to compete, and things of that nature. I think he has power in both hands. He has skill. His footwork is excellent. He don't stand there and take punches. He gives more damage than he takes. So I think another fighter that people need to be looking out for is that Boots Ennis. I've been looking at the blogs, and I've been looking at all the other people talk, and they've been talking about putting Boots up against Crawford or putting Boots up against Spence. I think those fights are fights to be able to make happen. I just think boxing is so politic till you're not really going to get the type of fights you want when you want them. Even though the fans say they want them, they're saying they can't find the money for the fights. I just don't understand that. And that's basically politics to me. But, that's boxing. I mean, that's why the UFC is taking over the game, and, and the numbers is getting crazy and different things of that nature. And all the years boxing been out, UFC look like it's been neck and neck. So it's because, you know, they're giving the people what they want and what people are willing to pay for. So the people willing to pay for it, you should be setting it up to get it. You know, I gotta see, you know, Canelo. Congratulations on Canelo winning Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year. I think, you know, man, I respect Canelo, you know, as a fighter or whatever the case may be. You know, I can't necessarily say, you know, I guess you got to give it to him since he won, you know, since he won the belt from Caleb Plant. But, you know, I don't think that Caleb Plant is, you know, I don't think that Caleb Plant you know, is going to be strong enough in that division, especially after that fight. You know, I think, you know, Canelo, you know, he's probably the best fighter in that round, you know, in that range, no doubt. And props off to him and his team for doing an excellent job. I still would like to see him fight the top fighters in his division. You know, people say Charlo, or they say, you know, I would rather see him fight on Demetrius Andre before I see him fight Charlo. Just to be honest, I think Andre bring more to the table, more skill set, and he has power. I think he has power. Demetrius has power, and I think he'd be able to, you know, give Canelo some problems. I think that's why Canelo ain't trying to see him, because he's awkward, and awkward sometimes means a tough fight. So I think I would rather see Canelo fight Demetrius Andre before you know, I see a Charlo fight. And respect to Charlo, I don't got nothing against Charlo. I just like styles, and I think, you know, different styles make good fights, and you know, people not gonna want to fight Demetrius Andre. He a tough fight all the way around. Um, Another fight is um, Benavidez. I've been seeing a lot of talk online with you know, Canelo's trainer trying to dismiss Benavidez. He ain't fought nobody, and he ain't did nothing, and you know, he don't have a belt, and you know, all of these things, whatever the case may be. But these are all excuses, because you know, if anybody checked Canelo's resume, you know, before he started fighting in the States, most of his fights was in Mexico, Mexican fighters. And anybody know boxing, you know what I'm saying? Mexico fighters are, you know what I'm saying, not up to standard or not up to par with American, you know, Olympic type fighters. They're not. So the fact that, you know, you got these Mexican fighters over there, you know, and take nothing away from Canelo and what he's achieved. You know, you can't take nothing away from what he's done. He went up 2 weight classes to go beat, you know, Kovalev, you know, different things of that nature. He, you know, he sees opportunity, and he sees where a person is weak at, where he could take advantage of, and he does a great job at delivering and handling his business. Shots out to him. You definitely can't be a hater. You know, can't take nothing away from him. But you know, I definitely would like to see him fight. You know, they say he the best. You want to see the best fight the best. So he should never take another fight, you know what I'm saying, with a Rocky Fielding. You know what I'm saying? You know, these, you know what I'm saying, this type of caliber of fighter, you know what I'm saying, I don't care what kind of belt they hold, you know, especially if it's in Europe, you know what I'm saying, European, because, you know, it's only few European fighters, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, that's nameable. in the U.S. that we can name, that we can give major respect and say that's one not to mess with. Like a Lennox Lewis. You know, Tyson Fury. You got some boys, some heavy hitters. Them heavy hitters over there, but you don't have no guys that you could just remember over the UK that just dominated over in America, and they all unified and they was undisputed and different things of that nature. You don't see that. So the fact that you don't see that from Europe's standpoint means that even their fighters, for the most part, are not up to par to the standard that's being produced in America. When Floyd came up, he was fighting all Olympians and top guys. So he didn't fight Mexican fighters and people with no names and different things of that nature. But like I said, that's a different conversation. So for them to dismiss Benavidez, saying that he hasn't fought nobody when he was a champion. Benavidez was a champion, and Benavidez, he messed it up. He fucked it up. He couldn't make the weight. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call him a weight bully. Because Benavidez couldn't make the weight. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't make the weight. And that's why he lost his title. He only lost his title because he couldn't make the weight. Nobody didn't beat him for it. Whatever the case may be. So at the end of the day, for Canelo to dismiss Benavidez as if he didn't fight nobody when you came from Mexico and you didn't fight, you wasn't fighting nobody, and people was giving you a chance to show what you had. You know what I'm saying? It was cool when it was you. It was cool when it was on your side. But the people are asking for the fight, and you don't have no interest in delivering the fight. And I'm hearing him looking to fight somebody I don't even know who they is. So I have to look these people up just to figure out who they is. And it's crazy. We want to pay money for the fights that we want to see. And I think that boxing owes the real, supporters, the real fan. Like, I'm not just a fan. I'm a guy to get in the ring. I've trained boxers. I've trained in the ring. I've come from that era. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the gym, basketball, boxing. So I'm not just talking from a commentator standpoint. I love the sport. I love the contact. I teach my sons how to box. You know what I'm saying? I watch all the fights, whatever the case may be, even the 10 some if I can. It's been a while, but yeah. So, I definitely give shots out. Congratulations to Canelo for winning the fight of the year. Hopefully you fight more than one time and you're able to give us some of the fights that we want to see, especially in your division. Since you're supposed to be the best, we want to see you fight the rest of the division. Clear it out, Canelo, for one, claims that he the best, so we want to see you fight the best. That's it, from my standpoint on that. I think from right now, that's all I got for boxing. I ain't really gonna talk about the heavyweights and different things of that nature. It's a lot of speculation between AJ and Fury and Osler and all these other fighters. The other guy, the other brother from the UK, that want 10 million to fight Fury. It's a lot going on. With the heavyweights, nothing clear, nothing locked in. But I think AJ gonna get the rematch with the guy who took his belt, and we'll see how that goes. Nobody ain't heard nothing from Deontay Wilder about what he's trying to do. And you got Luis Ortiz getting ready to fight. I think he's getting ready to fight this young brother that can hit. Don't know his name. I got to look at the details. I've been kind of busy, but Luis Ortiz about to get back in the ring, and we're gonna see how he does against this young heavyweight that's coming up. Other than that, basically that's my spiel right now on the boxing world right now. I'm definitely sure I'm gonna have some more news, some more details next week on some more fights that's brewing, what's coming up. Again, that comeback for the Florida boy, Keith Thurman. He gonna be fighting Mario Barrios. Anybody know who that is? That's the Mexican that just got knocked out by Gervonta Davis. I don't know per se why he chose that for a comeback fight. I guess I'm assuming that he just, trying to get himself warmed back up, you know, after seeing Mario Barrios get knocked out by Gervonta Davis. I don't think many people really, looking at that as should be a difficult fight. So if you don't have a great performance in that fight, I don't think anybody's going to be asking for that Crawford fight for him. So it's eager to see how he looks on his comeback and how it goes about. A lot of this stuff is change your game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people thought they were going to be fighting and end up retiring because their performance ain't going to be worthy of somebody paying for it. So, we just we looking at the fights. We want to try to make the best fights happen, and and increase. This year was pretty good for boxing. This year was pretty good year for boxing, and hopefully we have a better year. Boxing's been falling off as of late, but this year really kicked back some pretty good fights this year, and we definitely want to keep that going, keep that energy. So everybody that support boxing, support what it's about, especially in the community, to help the youth, get the youth off the streets and different things of that nature. Yeah, keep doing that, keep supporting, keep showing up. Right now, we're going to get into some football, talk a little football, talk a little playoff football that's coming up. The playoffs getting ready to come up. You got the AFC, you got the Bills at 9-6, you got the Chiefs at 11-4, you got the Bengals at 9-6, you got the Titans at 10-5, who all lead the divisions respectfully in the AFC. In the NFC, you got the Cowboys at 11-4, the Rams at 11-4, the Packers, best record in the NFL currently at 12-3, and my Bucks at 11-4. So right now, y'all tell me who y'all think got the best shot, who looking the best right now, to win the Super Bowl. My Bucks is the champs, so we looking to repeat. You know how that go. You know what I mean? So shout out TB and all the Tampa Bay defense, because that would help us down last in the Super Bowl. It wasn't the offense, it was the defense. Defense win chips, and we got another one. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully my Bucks can come out on top again, and snatch the second one, and for the old man. You know what I mean? But we'll see, man. It look like it's gonna be a good playoff. Packers playing, like, you know what I'm saying, like lights out. Aaron Rodgers looking like the MVP again, and it's regular season. You know how the regular season go. It looked good. Everybody, it looked good last year. We ain't win our division last year and end up winning the chip. We had to go on the road. We had to go to Green Bay. Nobody thought we were going to go to Green Bay and tap in. We went to Green Bay and tapped in. Nobody thought that we were going to, do what we did on the road. And we went to go handle business. You know what I mean? And it's like who got hot. The Giants did the same thing. Both of their Super Bowls, they had terrible regular season. And they end up beating the Patriots both times. That's, or whatever the case may be. So, you can, it's when you click, and we've been playing pretty good this year, for the most part. We done had our stumbles, and TB12, he had games where he looked kind of old. I ain't gonna even front now. He looking like 54 out there sometimes, not 44. He looking 54 out there sometimes. But hey, we'll take it. It's been hard times for us. We many years we ain't make the playoffs, and we had to take the ass whoopers. You know what I mean? So we gonna take anything. You know, we'll take a 60-year-old TB12 at this point. But you know, we hopefully our defense gets strong. We banged up right now. Everybody hurt. You know, Mike Evans hurt. You got you know, you got Godwin hurt. We just got AB back, and I think he hurt again. You know, so you know we got a lot of players that's hurt. We got a lot of players hurt on the defense. Our safety hurt. We got a lot. You know, we banged up. You know, so you know that's normal. And, you know, we ain't the only team, but you know we looking. You know, we looking to take this thing to the next level. Turn up this last quarter of the season, last few games. And you know, my pick is the Bucks. So I'm picking the Bucks to go on repeat. You know, it's only right. You know, but y'all tell me who y'all team is, or if your team ain't going to the playoffs, you know, I hear them about them Falcons. You know what I mean? Them Falcons. You know, shout out to the A-Town. You know what I mean? About them Falcons and stuff like that. But I don't think they're gonna be in the playoffs this year. So, that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, shout out to them Falcons though. I ride with them Falcons. Chiefs looking scared. You know, I ain't gonna lie. They started off shaky, but I guess you expect them to win all the games because they so far. But they look scared. They tied with us with you know 11-4 and a few other teams. But Chiefs looking scared. Cowboys looking pretty good. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, the Cowboys looking pretty good. And you know, that defense looking like Tampa Bay defense. I ain't gonna even front. The boys knocking heads off. They thumping Thursdays. They knocking heads off. Bang! And busting heads coming across that. Them linebackers of them boys up front ain't playing no games at all over there in Dallas. Now I don't know what they talking to them boys about, but that defense, they on point over there. You know what I mean? So, and you know, we have a problem. We lost to the Rams earlier during the year. You know, we should have beat them, but we end up losing to them or whatever the case may be. But you know, playoffs always get some get back. Come get a lot of that get back. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. We done got the division. We done clinched the division. So we trying to see what's going on. Like I say, chime in the comments what the team is, who you rocking with. You know what I mean? You know, I'm pro Bucks. You know, Q the 17th. You know, he the Falcons. You know what I mean? He rocking with the Falcons and you know whatnot. And you know, y'all tell me, I know some Cowboy fans, and no, it's always a Cowboy fan, boy. So I already know. You know, I know some Cowboy fans out there. And, you know, ever since the Chiefs been winning, I ain't never seen nobody and heard nobody in my life. Since I've been raised in Florida, born in Georgia, and I ain't never heard nobody say nothing about there was no Chief fan, no Kansas City Chief fan. You got a Chief jersey going on. People Chiefs fan now, so you know it be bandwagons going on around here. Cause I ain't never heard nobody say nothing about they no Chiefs, nothing. Nah, they a hot commodity. I guess when you win, man, it is what it is, man. You learn how to win. People be calling whatever your name is. Hey, man, Soup Kitchen. I like Soup Kitchen. They winning, man. I don't care nothing about none of that. You know, so hey, it is what it is. But I've been pro Bucks, getting my ass kicked for years. After we, you know what I'm saying, for years. So you know, anybody know me know I'm die hard, ride or die. Um, so that you know that's my spiel on the football right now. Playoffs getting ready to start. Nobody knows until we play. I'll be back to you next week on the Thumping Thursdays. You know, the lab on where we at with the football, with you know, and things of that nature. Right now, for the tap into this NBA. You know what I mean? And we talk about what's going on in the league now. When the NBA started, you know, it's, you know, major trade in the league. You know, major trade in the league going on, and you got, you know. Russell Westbrook going to, you know, L.A. You know, you got Russell Westbrook going to L.A. and everybody saying, hey, you know, they finna do this and they gonna do that. Then on the other end, they were saying, hey, they too old. They gonna be like LA was when they had Gary Payton, Karl Malone. They had everybody. They had put everybody on there, all the old wheelchair boys, and you know what I mean. They had everybody going. So at the end of the day, you know, I said this like before we even started. I think prior before we even launched the podcast, I had them put this out. Right when we had launched the podcast, basically said that they need to make a trade for Ben Simmons. Like they need to do something where they get a trade for Ben Simmons, have Ben Simmons come in, you know what I'm saying, and let LeBron train him. Let LeBron train Ben Simmons to take his spot. You know what I mean? And to lead in the direction of where he coming in, how he moving or what he doing, and show him how to be a champion, how to be a leader, you know, and show him the championship pedigree, what it's going to be in. Because basically, Simmons plays the same type of role that LeBron plays. Simmons plays that point guard, forward type role where he he controls the ball and he passes and gets people in the game. He just don't have that stroke that LeBron got. He ain't put in that work. But I think if he got around somebody like LeBron, you know, and understood how to businessify the game of basketball and you know, and be a professional, and you know, sometimes put your emotion to the side of what you want to do or how you want to do it, and you know, you just go about it different ways. I think that'd be great for Ben Simmons, and I think that'd be great for the franchise. I thought that was a better situation for LA than bringing Russell Westbrook. You know, bringing Russell Westbrook in the season, and they now still talking about possibly trading Russell Westbrook, you know, whatever the case may be. I just don't think that he'll be a good fit for Philly or how Philly will want to operate, whatever the case may be. So I know there's probably going to be a 2, 3, maybe 14 trade or something like that to get that deal done. But I just don't see how Philly is going to be moving with the whole Ben Simmons thing going forward. I said before the season started, they needed to trade this man. You know what I'm saying? They need to trade this man and get this man up out of there, and you know, and let him go, because anytime you have a friction, well, you know, a person that, you know, Doc Rivers really screwed it up. I mean, just to be quite frank, man, you know, Doc Rivers screwed it up. When they asked him the question, they said, hey Doc, uh, do you think you know, Ben Simmons can you know, basically come back from this, you know, do anything good for this? And he basically, you know, said, you know, I don't know, I don't know how, you know, you don't know, you don't know. This is your franchise player, and you know he's having a bad time, and things you saying you don't know. You have to evaluate and look and see, and you know, he really thought that was the wrong thing. It was a wrap. From that point on, it was a wrap. It wasn't no coming back from that. It wasn't no, this is, yeah, we're a team, we're a family, we together. Like, you know, basically, you know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and you're right. Russell Westbrook, you know, hey, Russell Westbrook is a liability. You know, he can't shoot that well. You know, he doesn't bring the size, you know, to be able to guard every position like a Ben Simmons would. Ben Simmons can come in and instantly guard, and he's a defensive guy. So he instantly come in and guard every position basically on the court. You know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook can't guard every position on the court. You know, and hell, to me, Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook shoot about the same. So, you know, just Russell Westbrook could take more shots than Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons would be more inclined to get his teammates in the game and get people in the game than Russell Westbrook is, even though Russell Westbrook get more assists on average. It's just because he understands how the flow of the game works. You know what I'm saying? And he's a little faster and more shifty. So, It's crazy, but yeah, that whole Lakers thing is a debacle. They were 17-19 right now. They like number 7 and they number 7 in the West. You know what I mean? That's like, that's nobody thought that they was gonna. I didn't even think they were gonna be like 7 in the West. I thought they was probably gonna be like 3 or 4. When they first started off, it's gonna take them time to get adjusted to the game. They're gonna get time to get adjusted to what's going on. I know it takes time for teams to flow with each other. You just don't get superstars and start flowing. Miami was kind of like that. Miami took a little while. They was busting butt, but they took a little while in that first year when LeBron had took off and went to Miami. You know what I mean? They went to go form that super team, and when they took off, they went, what I mean? But they still had problems to try to figure out. They ain't, first year, they ain't know who wanted to shoot the ball. They ain't know if D-Wade wanted to shoot the ball or LeBron was going to shoot the ball. They ain't had that figured out until the second year, because they lost the first year to Dallas. But that second year, they had it figured out. Go and let LeBron take off and be the head, and LeBron, he'll be robbing. He'll go ahead and slide up on, anything, whatever case may be, Bron falling off on, D-Wade going to pick up all slack. So that, and that shows you it don't matter about the super team. It don't matter about you having star players or 3 players on the team. Now you got, had Brooklyn before the whole COVID situation, and Kyrie said, "Fuck everybody." I ain't, basically fuck everybody, and do what you're gonna do and take what you're gonna take. Cause hell, I done made enough goddamn money. I done made enough goddamn, paper. I done made enough bread to do what I'm doing. So, if y'all gonna take that money away from me, I'm gonna show y'all I stand on my principles and what I believe in. And you know what I'm saying? And fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Basically. So, when you putting together super teams and you got this thing going on, it's no guarantee, because look at the COVID situation. Now Brooklyn can't even play with Kyrie, and he probably one of the best point guards, one of the top 3, top 5 players in the league. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So putting these super teams together, whatever case may be. And, I think I heard Alvin Shumpert, I heard Shump say that, LeBron kind of ruined the league. And I heard people say that before, like he kind of ruined the league with this whole super team going and whatever the case may be. But no, I don't think so. I mean, everything takes change. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a change, and nothing stays the same. You know what I mean? Like, look at, we in the tech world, we're in technology and different things of that nature. Absolutely nothing stays the same. Nothing is gonna be, the same shit. It's not gonna stay the same. It's not, you know what I mean? It's gonna always change, gonna always evolve. Somebody's gonna always try to come and make something better. Somebody's gonna always come and try to add to. Somebody's gonna always come and try to basically do something different or do something better than what's out there. Whatever the case may be, it's gonna always be an elevation. Somebody's gonna always try to take it to another level, take it to another height. At the end of the day, yeah, Ethan. He does. I do agree. I do agree that LeBron makes his teammates better. And I think people get better for being around him. I do agree with that statement. Appreciate you chiming in. Yeah, so you know, with the super teams and stuff, they say LeBron ruined the league and stuff like that. I don't think so. I think before LeBron did that, I think the NBA and the owners, they had strangleholds on the players. They always told the players where they was gonna go. They always told the players what they'll trade a player in the middle of in the morning. It'll be midnight or something, and they done traded a player. The player don't even know it, or they be going to the game, getting dressed for the game, and be in the locker room, and the player get the letter and say, or get the call and say, "Hey, you've been traded." Like, traded? Yeah, you've been traded to Toronto. Toronto? Yeah, you've been traded to Vancouver. Vancouver? You've been traded to San Antonio, Indianapolis, or whatever the case may be, out the blue. And nobody says nothing about the owners trading or sending the players anywhere they want to, when they want to, for whatever they want to, or how, whatever. Nobody say nothing to the owners about doing that. Nobody says nothing that's wrong or anything like that. You say, oh, they get millions, they getting paid millions, suck it up and just go play basketball. You know, suck it up. It don't matter if you in the desert, you get millions, go suck it up, go play. And that's been a stigma for the NBA, the NFL, and all of the so-called leagues, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, from its inception. And I mean, I guess in its progress, you know, I think nothing stays the same. Nothing is gonna be the same. Nothing is gonna stay still forever. Something can always change. People can always say different. Just like I've been saying for years, at least 10 years, I've been saying that college players should be getting paid for their time in college. You know what I'm saying? College players should be getting paid to play basketball in college, especially when they're making universities millions and millions and millions, really billions of dollars, you know what I'm saying, over the lifetime of these athletes going through and these athletes coming into the league. I've been saying for at least 10 years that and I'm an athlete. You know what I'm saying? I'm an athlete. I play basketball. And I grew up around athletes, whatever the case may be. So, you know, and I've been saying for years, man, college players are getting pimped. I said, if you ever want to see slavery in real form, just look at a NCAA basketball player, whether he play football or basketball, because you're trying to tell me that a player can't get paid when they're basically, you know what I'm saying, they're basically doing everything from the university. They go through high school. They're being one of the top 100 players in the country. They're McDonald All-American. They're doing everything right. They're doing everything right. They come to your university because they are McDonald All-American. They already got the accolades. They already got the stats. They already got the acclaim before they even get to college. That's where you recruited them. You recruited them to make your college look good, to make your college look better, to take your college to the national championship, to be in the spotlight, to have some of the top players in the country on your team while you looking like the best coach and the best program. Because why? You're paying for those players. You're paying to put yourself in position to get those players. You're paying money, millions of advertising for universities, and you're lobbying for these children and going to their homes and going to their community to get their attention and get them to say, hey, I want to be a part of your university because I think you can help me get the bag. But so at the end of the day, I've been lobbying and saying that the NCAA players need to get paid because they're making these universities billions of dollars, millions of dollars over the times that they're playing, regardless if they're in there for 1 year, 2 years, they're still making them a killing. You know, whatever the case may be, they going to the Sweet 16, the Grade 8, Final Four, championship, all of those things, whatever the case may be, producing those things on the basketball level, the football level, the same thing. You know, and you telling the child that who's struggling, who's coming from a poor environment economically, you telling them, nah, you can't get your mom out of, you know, we can't do nothing for your parents. You can't do nothing for the people that you love, but you can devote your time to us. And if you're lucky, you can go to the NFL or the NBA and then you can get paid. That person is grown. That person is a grown-ass man, a grown-ass woman that's out here slaving, and you telling me about a damn scholarship that ain't worth goddamn toilet paper. The damn scholarship you got, it ain't worth toilet paper. And that I could prove that any day. All you got to do is I can show you a couple crackheads on the street. They got some PhDs and diplomas in high regard, and it ain't worth shit. Even the people that ain't goddamn crackheads that's got degrees in fields they ain't even never gonna work in. You know what I'm saying? So the degrees ain't even, you can't even get a job, and the degrees that you getting and you spending in debt that you got to pay student loan debts that you're gonna probably be paying until you die, because most people ain't gonna handle money or handle, you know, business or you know, things of that nature. Most athletes is not even equipped to handle the type of money that they're receiving. You know what I'm saying? Players like Vin Baker, that's received $100 million in their career and that's now managing a fast food restaurant. So it's definitely not about, you know, you getting the money or you being a star. They're not educating you on what to do, because you're gonna basically give it right back to them. You know what I'm saying? Right back to their friends and right back to those, whatever the case may be. So I've always lobbied for a 18-year-old 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 21-year-old, 20, you know what I'm saying, to get paid from college because you was a grown man. If you was working at any other job, you'll be getting paid for it. Why did it take so long for the NCAA to start paying these guys for their time as if their time wasn't valuable to their university? It's fucking slavery. You can't tell me anything else. Oh, and don't tell me about no scholarship. Don't tell me about they offered them a full scholarship to this what? To this what? To this university? Okay. And in return, what did that person, that athlete's present, brought that university? I guarantee you it was more than what that scholarship was worth. I guarantee you it was more than what that scholarship was worth. So if they're bringing more value than you're giving them, then who's being robbed? Who's the one that's being pimped and played? It's definitely not the university. It's the athletes. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, I'm glad that these young boys are setting records and getting record contracts and different things of that nature in high school, coming out of high school, going in college, and when they sign with these universities and different things of that nature, and able to get the bag and secure the bag for their family because their time is valuable and they're not little boys anymore. They're grown men and they have to supply for their sin. So their talent make way for them. No, and they don't even if they don't make a professional, they're making your university millions. So it's only right, that they do it. But the only reason, truthfully, the only reason why the NCAA even started that, because we can go back from Ed O'Bannon and the O'Bannon brothers when they was lobbying for this same thing, at UCLA, you know what I'm saying, years ago. We can go back, but you got the NBA players who's put millions behind this new league that's come out, that's threatening to, basically pay, high school players, you know what I'm saying, and college and those who going in between college to basically, what I'm saying, come get that money, what I mean, because they got the platform to be able to expose their talent, because it ain't no limit to getting paid. It's just that if somebody want to be able to trick you and thinking that you ain't valuable, your time ain't valuable, and it ain't worth shit, and they just basically gonna take advantage of you if you don't think that you're valuable. You don't think that your skill set is valuable of pay, that somebody gonna pimp you and let you, what I'm saying, go out. But once you realize how valuable you are and what your value really worth, that's gonna be the part that changed life. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the part that changed life. So now, these young boys out here being able to play ball and they'll be able to get paid for it, and not just be talented and be making everybody else millions and making everybody else, hundreds of millions of dollars in the process of showing off their talent for the sake of saying you got a scholarship just to attend this university, like you're bringing that person any kind of fame. You telling that person that they can't get no extra money from nothing. They can't do none of that. That's crazy. So I'm glad for, the NBA players being smart enough to start investing their money to put pressure on the NCAA, because that was a power move. That was a real power move that they did. And that's economics. Economic power is the real power. So if you ain't got no economic power, you just screaming and yelling. You just upset and angry. You just mad and you emotional. But economic power will really show you, how you can strategically move without saying nothing, and then put the pressure on. If you don't like something, get some economics behind your movement, and watch how things change. If you don't like what's going on, you think something ain't right, if you think something ain't good, you ain't got to scream and yell. You ain't got to go fussing and cussing nobody out. Or you just set it up and get that economics, and they're going to start rolling out. Say, do you think high school is too early to make big money because they ain't know what to do with maybe blood? No, I don't. Good question. I don't think it's too early for them to get paid. I do think that the educational system is the public school system is terrible, and it has no purpose to educate or enlighten the youth or teach them anything about banking, how to write checks, credit, business credit, how to get money from the banks, how to become your own banking system, all of these things of that nature, how to invest properly. None of those things are taught in school. Basically, a waste of time for the person that's fit to become an adult, because the person is going to be an adult more so than they're going to be a child. They're going to be an adult longer than they're going to be a child if God's willing. You know what I'm saying? God's will, you know what I'm saying? Nothing happens to them or whatever the case may be. The expectation is you're going to live longer as, an older person than you will as the youth. You know what I'm saying? Your youthful years. So, a person being able to learn money and learn finances early and learn that early should be a standard in our country, especially a country that's supposed to be capitalistic, that's supposed to be about money, that's supposed to be about, the fundamental capitalists. You would think that, all of these things will be standard in the public school, and they are absent because the only one that's a capitalist are the ones that's controlling the money, and the people ain't controlling the money. So I think that what needs to happen is the educational system needs to be geared towards financial literacy, which I know it's not. That's why we creating the Financial Literacy Academy, Right United Academy. But I think that that needs to be the focus, so the youth is basically empowered at an early age about their finances, because if they become athletes, they need to know how to manage their money. If they become doctors or they become lawyers or whatever they might and have ambitions to be, whatever profession they have ambitions to be, they're able to counteract any kind of lifestyle changes by numerically breaking down their knowledge of numbers and money and their relationship with money. In our community, we really don't have a relationship with money, per se. We don't have that relationship with money, and we don't have those conversations at the dinner table with our parents talking about money and talking about the things that we can invest in and things that we can do as a family, and buying land and starting a farm and being able to live off what the farm produces, and being able to stay simple, and be able to get into real estate and start getting into rental properties, and start being able to put yourself in position where you don't have to work for the dollar. You don't have to be an athlete all the time. You have things put in place. You have assets. You have resources. You have a team, a family that understands the importance of putting money in places that's going to be there in the future. I don't think that's being taught. I don't think that's being expressed in our youth, in our community. Therefore, because basically we're saying, hey, we have a culture, especially in hip hop, we have a culture of saying, go get the bag, go get the money, go get this. You gotta have this. If you ain't got this, you ain't rocking, you ain't rolling. So obviously we gear the children, even at the youth, to be put in the situation, the mindset to go get the money, go get the bag. So why would we limit them from getting it when it could be an opportunity to change the family's life? No, we need to educate them on how to actually utilize the money that they're gonna receive, because we're already programming them to get the money. We already programming, hey, go get the bag, you gotta get the bag, you gotta fill it up, gotta have this, you know what I'm saying? We putting that there, putting that there. We definitely got to be able to educate the youth, educate our people, and be able to teach them basically how to manage the money. What's our relationship with the money? Because like I said before, you got a person like Vin Baker, who was an all-star during his time playing. He earned over $100 million in his career, and he's now managing a fast food restaurant. That's crazy. That is crazy. And then you got people like Vinny the Microwave Johnson, who played with Detroit, and he made a minimum salary. Like when that Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and those guys back in the days, they made a minimum salary, of how they actually came in compared to what people making now. When Jordan was making $30 million a year, He was making $30 million a year his last 2 years. That was the most any NBA player had ever made in their history in a season. You know what I'm saying? When he did that. So the fact that, you know, they came from that, and Vinnie Johnson is probably, I think Vinnie Johnson is one of the top auto part dealers in the country. Like, he's a multi-millionaire. So he took a little from he took money from his playing days, which was nothing compared to what Vin Baker made. Vinnie Johnson didn't make nowhere near 100 million in his career playing for the Detroit. No, negative. You know what I'm saying? But he was able to take his knowledge, his understanding, and basically turn it into a multi-million-dollar, establishment. I think he's $100 million man. So you definitely got a educational lack, a financial educational lack when it comes to our athletes. We're so primed to prep our youth to be the best athlete, dunk the best, be the fastest, jump the highest, and we are not educating them because we don't know. We're not educating them on the principles for them to keep their money. Credit is important for them to be able to establish financial wealth, and knowledge of that is the foundation of building wealth in this system. Now we could talk about the decentralized system and Bitcoin and the blockchain and how that's changing the game and how that's making millionaires and changing people's lives and doing things that's that's unheard of, but that's a whole nother conversation. And in the system that we was born into, we don't know how to manage money. We don't have a relationship with money. So our athletes, and then you telling the athlete that's grown, that's 18, 19, that's been waiting all his life to provide for his family, you're going to tell him he got to wait till he go to the NFL or the NBA, and this university is making all of this money, and I got to wait till I go to the NFL or the NBA to supply for my family, and if anybody come and try to give me some money to give me a sponsorship, a shoe deal, or anything like that, you're going to punish me for that, and you're going to tell me to be loyal to your university? That's some crackhead shit. Hey, if that ain't ass backwards, what I'm saying, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the system that we've been rocking with and been cool with. We go to the college games and we root for our sons and our daughters and woo, yeah, woo, woo, woo. But don't let nobody offer you no money to help your family out because they want to do business with you. You can't do that. Nope, that's against all rules. But we can pimp your likeness, your image, your everything. We can pimp everything about you. Your jersey number, we can sell your jerseys, everything, ticket sales, game sales. We can do all of those things, but nobody else can't touch you, and you can't get a dime. Man, that's too much control over someone's life that you didn't birth into this world, over someone's life that you didn't even care for until you knew that person had a talent. And that's too much control. I think that's Big Brother trying to just too much control. And I've been lobbying it for years, and glad to see that it's come to an end for the most part. It's still more to go. Shout out to California for being the first state to officially allow players to get paid. So shout out for California for that. They was on the forefront of allowing that progress to happen. And kudos to the states that's followed, and to the states that's gonna follow. So that's big. When it comes to sports, we talk, we talk tech, we talk, money, we talk assets, we get to it, man, but this Thumping Thursdays, we talked about our boxing, you got the Errol Spence, Ugas fight coming up, pay-per-view. Are you gonna watch it on pay-per-view? That's up for review. But yeah, should be a decent fight. Should be a good fight. And what's next for Crawford? We talked about what's gonna be next for Boost Ennis. Everybody avoid him, or whatever the case may be. We gave shouts out to Canelo for being Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year. We talked a little playoff football. You know, me, my Bucks. You know, we going for the two-peat. You know, we going for the back-to-back. You know, we rapped about that. You know, we talked about them Falcons a little bit. You know what I mean? Shout out to A-Town. You know what I mean? Talked about them Falcons a little bit. And them Cowboys looking pretty decent. The Chiefs looking pretty good, too. I ain't going in front. Them Packers looking strong. So we'll see how it's going on. You know, my money on the Bucks. So if anybody want to make a little, you know, friendly little wager, you know what I mean, hit me up. You know what I mean? I might be interested. But we talked about the NBA, talked about how the Golden State Warriors got the best record in the league, surprisingly, with the Suns. And then my thing about that is they doing that without Clay. You know what I'm saying? Clay ain't even playing, and they playing at that type of level. So I could just imagine once he come back and get him, you know what I'm saying, a few, I say like a half a season. He been out for a few years, so I say about a half a season, and they'll be right back. That they got going on. We talked about the Lakers looking bummy. We talked about my prediction. I say that Ben Simmons, he should get traded to the Lakers. Ben Simmons should be traded to the Lakers so LeBron could put him on the level of championship pedigree. Give him a fresh start. Get him out of Philly. He shouldn't have never started the season in Philly. This would have never happened. Doc messed the whole thing up with the comment, and Doc can't never come back from that. No player ever want to play for a coach that did what Doc did. And Doc is a good guy. Doc is not a bad person, so I ain't saying it's like Doc is a bad person, because he's not. I don't think he is. And he just said the wrong thing at the wrong time, and I think it really faded the confidence of his star player. So that's my opinion. But yeah, we talked about the Lakers stinking it up, and 17 and 19 right now, and seventh in the Western Conference, and so that was that's what we chopped it up today with. We shot side early. We started out giving RIPs to John Madden, talking about his legacy. And basically, he was a coach and different things of that nature, but his legacy gonna be known for the video game, in my opinion, coming from my era. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna take that bet, Q. Yeah, we're gonna take that bet. Little friendly wages. Hey, you know what I mean? But yeah, we just chopping it up. We gave our RPs to John Madden and talked about his legacy. And like I said, though he's, started his career off as a coach, I think he's gonna be known for changing the game in a different way with the video game. It's in every household basically that play video game like sports, so everybody know made his name a household name. Might not have seen him coach, but to know his game was to know him. So, and I know people seen him broadcast and talk and stuff like that, Monday Night Football, and when he used to be back in the days. So, yeah, we gave shots out, RIP to John Madden, and I think that's going to conclude this week's session for teams. So we're going to get y'all prepared tomorrow. Watch out for We Good Fridays coming with my boy Wise Guy Q and MD Uno. They got a special edition coming this Friday for y'all. So y'all check it out. It's gonna be tomorrow. Y'all check that out on the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, comment, talk your shit to me. Tell me what team you like. Tell me who you like in boxing. Tell me what's going on. If you ain't like what I said or you love what I said, let me know. I'm just here, you know what I'm saying, to lock it in. You know, got part 2, the Wise Guy Q story coming up. Tune in. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for We Good Friday, end the week. Good, and then we'll be back at you on Moolah Monday for that money talk. We're gonna be talking investments, crypto, the blockchain. We're gonna be talking stocks, real estate. You know, whatever y'all want to talk in the money space, life insurance policy, how to become your own bank, tax free. Put your money in your life insurance policy, how to do that, set you up. All of that. So Friday at 8. Tune in tomorrow and catch the show. And it's my time. Your boy C.H.O, man, and we out, man. Love.